All right. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me, coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and will rest therein. Just wanting to talk. So I hope that you all have, if you have questions or you got answers to two questions, I'm open up the live for you to talk. Hello to those that are in the live chat. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to see who is on the live chat and any questions, any answers, or anyone wants to talk about anything and everything. I'm open. I want to first start in Mark chapter 6. And why I'm coming from Mark chapter 6 is because the Spirit of the Most High Yah revealed something to me. And even though He revealed it to me, it kind of made me really, really sad. Because it makes me feel exactly the way He say that things are in this day. And that is over. So when I go to Mark chapter 6 and verse 4. Hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you. In Mark chapter 6, verse 4, it reads, But Jesus said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, but in his own country and among his own kind and in his own house. When I read that, it brings sadness, but it also brings comfort at the same time. The sadness is the fact that you're not going to be received. You're not going to be received in your own country, let alone your own kind, kin, and in his own house. And that's sad. Why? Why is it that a prophet is not going to be received in the place where you would think he or she would be? Because Yah said it. I believe it. And I have to embrace it and receive it. This is what I say unto you all about respecting the Father's will. Even though this hurt me, thank the Most High Yah for his comfort, that while it hurt me to know that, to feel that, to embrace that, yet the Comforter is there to comfort me in the midst thereof. Anyone in the live chat has some information they like to share regarding anything that's going on in the world today? Any questions, any answers? Because you got them. Believe it or not, you'd be surprised those who are holding firm to a lot of information and are afraid to put it out there because they don't know how others are going to receive it. We are in such a critical time period in life that it's not all about trying to get someone to feel what Yah is putting on your heart. Get someone to understand why Yah is showing you things and revealing things to you. I'm really serious about embracing the will of the Father. Okay. Now here he's already allowing me to feel sad, but at the same time, he's comforting me. Because he wants me to know when you come up on these type of issues, Deborah, Know that I already prophesied it. It's already said. It's already put out there. It's finished, Deborah. So don't look for it to not be. It is what I say it is. He's about what he say, and he says what he's about. I said, hey, turn into information to you. Did you receive it? No, I sure didn't. I have to check and see. I don't remember seeing the information. Hawaii and Australia is March already. See that? So those things have to take place so that when the 1st of January comes, things are going to be a chaos. But I have some what you call sad news. But if you have the Comforter resting in you, you will be comforted by him. And the sad news is this. As Sister Deborah has mentioned, I heard here around March. I believe it's here in the United States of America. I think we as a people who have lived in this country is in full denial that it's already here. And that's the thing about it with me. When I'm actually saying, look at what people talking about. Look, they teaching. They can't see this. They can't see that. Why ain't nobody saying that? To me, it's already martial law because the minds of the people are somewhere deep off somewhere. And it's like they can't see exactly what is before them. And that's powerful to me because I'm seeing these things. So I believe that martial law is already before us. Look how easy it was for them to tell us, stay in your house, put on masks, close down the stores, destroy the land, destroy the crop, destroy the cattle. And nobody said anything. Someone was placing those orders and setting those laws out. And what did we do? We buckled up real good and quick, went into our house, did everything they ordered us to do within a blink of an eye. And I mean, it bothered me so bad, I had to ask the Most High what it was. And I just thank him for allowing me to know. But what we're also experiencing, I believe, is already martial law in the United States of America. We just in denial. We just walking around blind, like all these our nation of people are killing each other. We walking around here blind, like we can't even see it. But yet we said we awaken. How can you be awakened and more blind or awakened? Can a blind person awaken to see and understand something that is before him? No. Why? Because he's blind. So that's where a people really is. They're blind and in full denial. So when Sister Deborah as a prophet is in the wilderness and I get on here and I be talking the way I'm talking, it's because Sister Deborah know that the martial law is already here. I already know that. But we are in full denial because we waiting for a certain way that the martial law gonna step in. No, baby, it's been here. When they came in and told us that we had to get in our homes, wear masks, close our stores, what do you think that was? Somebody needs to talk to me. Somebody needs to talk to me. It's everything they did when they foreclosed on all those people's houses and took their property. That's martial law to me. 9/11 was martial law to me. Because these were issues that was going on too deep in everyone's lives. But a sister had it in full control to sling it any way they wanted to. And the people said not a word. Oh, yes. That stuff is already. And don't act like we ain't got FEMA camp here. I'm telling you, this country is a country that's so evil and wicked. We see everything everywhere in every country, France, Germany, Scotland, everywhere we can see. But we cannot see what is before us. So what do that mean? Babylon is down. And guess what? The United States has fallen, and the people here cannot see it. Sister Deborah can see it. Sister Deborah have seen it and still see it now. But the people here can't see it. So you tell me why Sister Deborah shouldn't be teaching this mess about why they say they awakened. You ain't awakened to nothing but stupidity. Why I'm saying to you all that these people are blind? Because we can see everything in every country, but we cannot see what is before us. FEMA camp started here long time ago, before even the flood in Louisiana or in Texas. It's many a times FEMA have stepped out and has started their camps. All of that is a partaker in what they're about to do. But I'm going to give you the saddest, and one of the saddest news today. And I'm going to go on and give it to you. I walked from washing dishes into the living room and into the bathroom. And when I got into the bathroom, a quickening of the Spirit of the Most High Yah spoke something to me. He said, Deborah, you know how you've been telling those the dark winter? I want you to understand. And he's talking to me in my spirit, y'all. He said, I want you to understand. You might think when you're telling them that it's okay for you to give them the warning what the beast system is going to be doing. You warned them about December, but you're thinking that you're telling them something about the dark winter and what they're about to do at the beginning of 2022. He said, but let me let you know something. Not the system alone, but me, myself, it's going to be doing some things. So when we're really thinking that, oh, the 2022, the dark winter, y'all want me to let you know. If you're afraid of the system for the year 2022, hold up. You ain't seen nothing yet. But you're going to see his mighty right hand strike with fire. I did not know that, you guys. I just found out by the Holy Spirit with the quickening. That's how quick it was. I washed dishes. I went into the living room. I took this movie out, and I went into the bathroom, and boom, there it was. And I'm like saying, but what more sad news are you going to tell me, Father? What more sad news you going to tell me? It's sad to me because it let me know that while we're thinking the system's going to bring a lot of darkness, but y'all are saying that my right hand power is sending fire down. So while we're running around here thinking that the system and the beast is having his way, but y'all want me to let you know he going to have his too. And that's dangerous. And I'm a prophetess in the wilderness, and let me tell you something. This ain't about baking a cake. This ain't about collecting you up and cleaning your tail up and taking you to the promised land. No, that's not what this is. Why, Sister Deborah? It's because Yah has sent his out to warn you all, and you all are to tell others. Everything is like a domino effect. But the Most High said the domino effect hadn't even touched the first domino, because the people don't mean. They don't think that he is who he is as far as when he's serious. They don't think he's about what he's saying. He say what he's about. They think he's just going to stand to the sideline and let them say and do and have their way and embrace all of this here evil and wicked at its highest. Because that's what you all might not believe it, but that's what you're doing. You're embracing everything evil and wicked. And ain't nobody saying the word. Nobody. We ain't saying anything in our houses. We ain't saying anything to our families. We ain't saying nothing to our neighbors, to our community, to our city, to our government system. We ain't saying nothing. Everybody just standing around and say, woo! Like it ain't nothing happening. So if he said that he's going to be doing some things too that's not going to be pleasant, Sister Deborah, would say that's about right. That's about right. Because it's too much he done told me that's going on. It's too much he allowed me to see that's going on. And people walking around like, whatever, thinking life is about the way they see things going and going to go. Ain't nobody really meditating on, hey, wait a minute, the gospel is being preached. Okay? Oh, they don't care. What's the gospel? Who cares? He didn't say you gonna care. He didn't say you gonna respond. Notice he said, and the gospel shall be preached to all nations. And then, where in there do he say you gonna come to know something? You gonna get on your knees and pray, or you gonna glorify him? He ain't asking you to do none of that. He ain't saying, he's just letting you get the warning. That's it. The gospel is the power of Yah's right hand. Christ is at hand. For what? And then the end. Christ's gonna throw down. So it goes back to what he was just giving me in the bathroom. Think about it. He was just giving it to me. That he's going to allow things to start happening come the first of the year. And I'm with him on it. It's just that it's heavy, y'all. It's heavy for me. I don't know about you. A lot of y'all think y'all got this covered. You think you got enough food saved. You think you got everything together. You know, but you don't understand. You finna see who he is. And that's why I think it's kind of sad. We don't think he's about what he say. We thinking, oh, he's just sitting on the sideline waiting to take us up to a promised land. Why are we deserving to go over to a promised land? No. We need to be going ahead somewhere. Because we are not deserving. And for us to continue to see the things that's going on and nobody is not even blinking an eye to what is before them, but yet it's time for you to go to the promised land. Oh no, it's not, saith the Most High Yah. So that's kind of sad to me. That's right. If FEMA do that, what good is your food? What good is your house? What good is your land? See, what people are thinking is they so prepared to appear that they're ready for Yah. Or appear that they're ready for whatever hits the earth. Oh, no, you ain't, baby. Because what Sister Deborah just said, she wasn't even ready for it. So how is it you're going to be so ready and prepared? I went in that bathroom and with a quicken, he told me. Right there, I wasn't prepared. So what makes you think you're going to be so prepared because you got you some land out somewhere? They have no clue. You nailed it. And I think that's what's also going to kind of help them. It's not having no clue until they land on them. You're so right. They have no clue. None whatsoever. Now, that's a message in itself. They have no clue. Yes, all that's going to be taken. And they coming to those who think that they're going to outbeat Yah at his game. I'm talking about the people who said we the people. Because a lot of them really think they are. They said, okay, we doing this. And I told y'all to save. I told y'all to come out of these inner cities. I told y'all to come out of these here areas. I told you can't tell nobody nothing. Nobody can really move unless y'all bless them to move. And if you moved where you at, it's because your heart feels you got it going on and that you can overstep the boundaries of Yah. And he said, you can? Okay, come out here. I'm going to let you. But see if it's going to keep you. See if it's going to save you. See if it's going to deliver you. because that's not how we have. That's not the way we need to approach the situation. But that's how they approach it. A lot of people, y'all wouldn't believe. Many people really believe the fruit of the Spirit is what they have. That's why they can turn around and ask you, what do you have? Yep. What do you have? They want to tell you they got this, they got that, as if they so holy than thou, they got everything they need, and you all should have did this and listen to us. Oh, it was that easy. It's that easy. And if you think you got it easy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because if the Father's sitting telling his prophetess that come the first of the year, hey y'all, let me tell you, year 2022 is gonna be a whammy. I'm gonna tell you now. It ain't none of you gonna be able to escape it. That's right, hallelujah. That's the only one we're gonna have to depend on, is the Father, and trust in. And trust in. But to me, that was hurting information, because I'm already at the point where I say, I'm gonna tell y'all, I feel that there are things that I am already going through, even though I don't appear look like it. Might not tell you it, but I feel that if I go now, I won't go later. Hallelujah. Now it's preparing me for later. You see? So that's why it's so important to me to embrace what he's saying, because I didn't know that. I did not know the Most High is going to show up and show out. And it's fierce. It's his fierce. It's his anger that's going to show up and show out. And it's not going to be that it's going to show up and show out on the heathens. It's going to show up and show out on those who running around here deceiving many, manipulating many, lying on him. You see what I'm saying? All these things. And then you all might not know this. A lot of people don't think he's worth a dime. You see? They think their message is more powerful than his right hand. But they got something coming. They got something coming. And that's why he has to come out. Look, Sister Deborah been saying the judgment been on the ground for the last 6 months. It's been on here longer than that, but he said his judgment. And then he said that the beast's right hand be in the midst. And I'm like saying, that's why I'm seeing all this destruction in the land. And everybody walking around. And the reason why Sister Deborah feel that everybody's walking around because no one is saying anything in this newfound religion that says they entitled to, let me read this one here. Yeah, they said, and don't go nowhere near Africa. Africa can't offer you nothing. And that's a sick saying. Many of them are running over there. And guess what, y'all? You know that medicine that they're injecting in people in the hospital that has the cold that's causing their organs to shut down? Guess where they tested it at? In 3,000 African people in 2015. They died, but that's where they test everything. So Africa is the place where they put their foot up, the ruin and the people. Africa is a place where they can get away with killing millions, and those people over there won't see a word, won't do nothing. Africa is that place where they can take the head dogs who rule over Africa to destroy their own people and take food from their own people. Africa's the only place to do that. Everybody don't understand. You cannot keep claiming these people. Africa is booming with voodoo and witchcraft. See, it's so much stuff there. Why would the devil tell you to leave one skillet that's burning into another skillet that's been burning for years? Everything these Europeans and German and Russia, not Russia, can't say Russia, German and British, them do, they got to run tested over in Africa. Everything. Africa has nothing but a fake imagination that they all this and all that. Sister Deborah, would advise any and everyone to stay away from the mindset of anything that has to do with Africa. And if you don't see it in the biblical, don't go. And not only if you don't see it in the biblical, if the Ruach does not tell you that that's where he's going to reside, or that's where you go to for comfort, he ain't never told you. You ain't going to find it in scriptures. Jerron here, you ain't going to find it. But they can tell and manipulate millions of people. Yep. And when we shut down and see that we can't do it on our own, then y'all pick us up and take us from there. And not only do he'll pick you up, he'll let you know he got you. You'll have a feeling in you that no matter what happened, he got this. He got me. He'd already picked me up. You see? Yeah, it's nothing wrong with getting land to grow food and all of that. That's the best thing to do anyway. But when you got people who are, and I hear them over and over, I've been saying to do this. I told y'all for years to do this, and do this. People just not doing this and not doing. You ain't nobody that nobody want to do nothing to follow behind you, because 99.1 trillion ain't never done nothing for the poor, the homeless, the fatherless, the widows. In the midst of all they growing and they got this and they got that, you don't see them building up houses for the less fortunate, for the orphanage, the kids. You don't see them going out even on the highways and byways. They just making they safe haven for them and theirs. And that is not of Yah. Never was and never will be. That's why I say that when that storm hit, they're gonna think they covered, and it's gonna come raining straight on they parade, because they thinking that, oh, I got this and I did this, and they didn't told us to we didn't do this and we didn't do that. Oh, because we didn't do it like you did it. You used the system to get what you got. And honestly, you still ain't got, you still don't own it, because they can come take it anytime they get ready. You see the power in their ignorance. But that's how they want people to. The reason why I'm saying this, because I've heard them over and over. Well, we've been telling you for years to do this and to do that. Get you some land, buy you some this and get that. Do your own feeding. And then they make you feel that where you at is so horrible, because you got to eat the food from the stores and you got to eat the meat that they selling you. And the meat is like this and meat. When they finish, their animal is still taking in the pollution that's in the air. So they don't understand stuff like that, because they thinking that they have done away with. So much has been done away. That's good. Help others, because when it's time for you to be helped, guess what? You're going to see how the work of your hands and having the give and gave heart to help others, you're going to see it come right back to you. And you're going to say, this was worth all that it was worth, and that's a beautiful thing. And it's thinking about somebody else is very important. That's where that give and gave, that represents Yah. Give and gave represents Yah, so that's very important. So let's see here. You know what? I'm to the point where buying land, if you get land, now I know y'all probably said this lady is off the rocker. If you could see how many houses I could see on land that I could have built and brought to the land, just to have people to come and have places to go. And somewhere in me, my whole life has been to give and gave. I came here as a little girl wanting to give and gave. I don't know if you all remember when they used to show on TV a whole lot, those little African kids in Sudan and all that. They had big stomachs and they were needing food and clean water. Here I am, a little girl, thinking that, it's a day gonna come where I'm going to be able to supply them food and clean water, clothing and shoes. I mean, as a young girl, I'm still that person today. So it's something that always been with me and in me. And yes, I've taken several people into my home, strange people. And I still thank the Most High Yah, because it was never a situation that I was in danger. And yes, I did it among my children, to the point where I saw my son, and I was walking to the car, and this one Caucasian guy ran up and said, "Do you have $1? Do you have it?" My son pulled out a 20, and before I can grab the 20 from him, the Caucasian guy grabbed it and took off. You know why? He didn't need it. He was asking, because one in that area are us. One thing we are as a people, we will give to them before we give to our own. And I wanted my son not to give that so quick. I wanted him to just give his mind a little thought. And guess what he said? He said, "But Mama, I saw you do it all your life, all my life." They did. They did. And even sometimes I look back at that and I say, I wouldn't take it back, but that's what I did. I did. Money is not money is not all that to me. Materialistic things is not all that. That's why I think that would be a good candidate to have land, grow food, and I would have the homes built and shipped to the land, already prepared and built. And when it gets there, I would have already the ground ready. But from what the Most High is telling me now is, come year 2022, I better be just looking for what he's about to do. And then just holding on to his unchanging hands and hoping that I can keep my composure in the midst of what he's about to do. But if I could get land, I would get land too. I sure would. And my mind is already working how quick I would have it done. Even if I would have to pay extra to have it done, I would have it done. And I would put families in them houses, and we'll learn to live from the ground. You see, we'll learn to live, and survive. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so much stuff that I guess I've been doing this for so long in my heart, wanting to do stuff like this, to where I don't know how to even think to do anything any different. I put it like that. Okay. So again, the situation in which we are in and facing, we are going into, it's almost, to me, it almost feel like a real bad storm. And the storm is going to last longer than a storm would normally last. And the effect from the storm is going to be really great. All I could say is if you have not found a pen needle of the light, go get your oil right now. Don't have your lamp with no oil. That's going back to that light. Get you some light. Remember what was he coming? Those who had what? Had their oil, their lamp, their light. Sister Deborah been saying that for a good year. Get your light, y'all. It's something that rests within. It's not something that comes out of your mouth. Okay? It's something that's within that you have to really work on. Never been about materialistic things. And that's why I say I will be a good candidate. Because I never was a person that, I wanted the update this and update this. I need to get my nails done. I need to get my hair done. All these things in which I could go get done. Guess what? If you saw how I can throw down on doing people's hair and doing nails and all, and you said, "Ma'am, where did you learn all this?" Ever since I was a little girl. I've been doing stuff like that ever since I was a little girl. I'm telling you, and I'm saying a little girl. My hand, and I realize how blessed my hand is. You know what I'm saying? My hand is so blessed. Let me share something. My hand, my right hand is so blessed. Let me show you. Let me show you how blessed my hand is. I want y'all to all look up. See if you can see my hand. You see Sister Deborah's hand? I hope you can see it. Sister Deborah's hand is all scarred up. Okay? Let me try to, you see here? Can you see Sister? Look up here, y'all. You see Sister Deborah's hand? Okay, can you look here, y'all? Can you see Sister Deborah's hand? This is my right hand. This is my right arm. Okay? I'm not done yet. I'm not gonna. You see Sister Deborah's right arm? You see that scar? You see that? You see Sister Deborah's right hand? You see that other? This is like the fourth. No, this is the fourth one. You see right here? You see that? Look at Sister Deborah's. Look at all the burns on Sister Deborah's hand. Because I'm a chef. But where the damage is, I was working in the prison system. First woman ever hired for a minimum and maximum prison system. And I was the swing person. 2 men prison and 1 woman prison. And as I was coming home, it takes me about an hour and a half to come home. And I looked at my right hand. And the Most High Yah spoke to me. He said, have you ever gave it a thought of why your right hand and your right arm messed up? Why do you have all this damage? Why do something always attacking your right hand, your right arm? And you know what the Father told me? Because I invested so much in it. So when Sister Deborah is actually telling you all, Sister Deborah did it in everything. You asked me to put in a toilet for you, a new toilet, switch your toilets, I can do it. You want me to put in new windows? I can do it. You want me to put you a new gutter? I can do it. You want me to put in a new roof? I can do it. You want to play baseball? I can do it. You want to play basketball? I can do it. I started off playing what? Football. Everything I do with my hand is always successful. So when I'm sitting here telling you as a little girl, I was able to do these things, Sister Deborah means it. To the point where the enemy been after my right hand all my life. All my life. When I had my oldest daughter, I had no use of my whole right hand, nor my right arm. I had to have surgery so they can go back in and connect everything. But guess what Sister Deborah did? She breastfed her daughter for 9 months. Yes, I did. It's nothing that I don't go after because I know who is the greatest. When it all said and done, I know who he is. That's why I don't waste my time on this devil platform listening to these people lollygas about what's what, and this is this, and this is this. I'm a living testimony. You see? So the time I was coming from the prison, and because my ride was so long, I was coming out and I was on the highway, and I looked at my arm and I saw how tore up it is with all these cuts and surgeries and all. And I said, Father, this been going on all my life. He said, yes, because the devil know what I invested in it. Hallelujah. So here I am today. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Still got the use of my hands, my arms, and everything. I can still do the things I once used to do. I can't run track like I used to. I can't run that fast, but I can run. I might not can play basketball like I used to, or softball like I used to, but I can throw that ball and I can catch. I can hit a ball too. You see, those things, they didn't leave me. You see? But all I'm trying to get you to see is I'm not going to give myself the glory and the credit. I showed you the damage of my right hand and my stretched out arm. That the enemy has been after mine. Nothing wrong with the left, y'all. Nothing. All of these are separate incidents that has happened. All of them is not the same. This one here was when I was 14. The one on my shoulder. Cut from here all the way down to here. You see? All my life, the enemy been coming after my right side. And here it is at the age of 60, the Most High Yah still got me going. I love it. I love it. I don't stop at nothing, you guys. But in it all, I give all the praise and honor and the glory to him, because I shared with you all something as a testimony. I'm coming from work. At that time, I was working for the prison system. I'm coming from work and I'm on the highway, and I just looked at my hand, and I just really honestly, y'all, I just started crying. I said, look at all these surgery on this hand, Father. Oh, what is this going on? And he came and he smoothed me down real good. He said, Deborah, what's wrong? He said, that should show you. That's a sign to show you the enemy knows what I invested in you is in your right hand. So when Sister Deborah tell you, ever since a little girl, I've been doing her, I mean that. I don't mean no harm. I ain't trying to say I'm all that and some. Look at the consequence. Look at the price that I have paid for the enemy to come after what he know y'all had invested in me. See, a lot of people don't understand there's a price to pay, y'all. It ain't no big thing, somebody being a prophet or a prophetess in the wilderness. You don't know the consequences and the suffering you have to go through to be up in the wilderness and being taught from that end and looking down, seeing all this crap going on. There ain't nothing you can do but sit there and say, but Father, they don't know. They this going to happen and this you seeing it for what it is and what it's going to be. So he has to say, okay, come on here. Let me get you some help. I'm going to put the endurance spirit in you. It's going to help you to endure. Then he give you the faith to help you to hold on and trust in him. See, all those are gifts from him. He know you need it. He know you need it. Yes, he's been so good. He's been so good because he is that. He's good. He's great. He's excellent. He's wonderful. He's perfect. He's all that answer. Yes, he is, and he know it. But I wanted to share that with you because a lot of times I be talking and I realize, Deborah, these people don't know you from Kimbaku. You can say anything. That don't mean it's true. So when I went to saying I did her when I was I started doing her when I was a little girl and I was real good at it. I mean that. You see? So I look back over my life and I think about all the things that he has invested in my life. And everything comes with a price, y'all. You're always going to have a price to pay. Always. So if we be Christ-like, don't think that you're going to walk up in any and everything and ain't going to have no consequences toward nothing. You know, you're going to. See, that's a part of it. And that's important. So right here, I was going to show you where I started here. This is such here it is. These are all verses in the Bible that I had studied on, and I'm going to write it up, and I might even set it up like a book, because these are verses that's important that we need to really talk about, because there is something among us that's right before us. And when things start to get to the point where pain and sorrow and things are happening, where you see in the world things are happening, guess what? You're going to be looking at that, what's going on, and you're going to be just dumbfounded and hurt. But the greater hurt is going to be what's going to be in the midst of you. What's going to be in your household? What's going to be in your family? What's going to be in your next door neighbors? What's going to be in your community? What's going to be in your city, your state? You see? And to know these things, we have, as a people, have been in a foolish denial that everything is okay because we are awakening. Everything's okay because we the people. Let me tell y'all something. No, it's not okay. We still got a jungle to run through. We still got a jungle to run through. Let me go to Timothy, 2 Timothy. And the reason why it's kind of sad, and I don't know if y'all heard me say that issues are coming, not just to your front door, but in your house, okay? In your family, your immediate family in the house, your other family that's distance, those that is around the corner, your community, your neighbors. It's finna hit the ceiling, y'all. And I just thank the Most High for allowing me to already embrace it, because He said it and I believe it, and that's all that's important to me, is that He said it already and I believe it. In Timothy, Second Timothy chapter 3, in Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, this know also. Now, they're not talking about back then. They talking about now, y'all. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men, males, fathers, brothers, uncles, grandfather, males. Verse 2, for males, men shall be lover of their own self. So while these men are trying to tame these women, that the women is out of order, the Bible's already laying it out, child. Don't be foolish. Do not be foolish. I said it's going to be this way, and it's going to be this way. And that's why I say we are a nation of people that's strictly ignorant. And I believe we're the dumbest on the face of the earth. Because when our Savior came, we searched to kill, steal, and destroy him. We was the ones that crucified him. We've been roaming the Most High ever since he brought us out of Pharaoh's army. We've been roaming. We've been roaming every time. Even when he chose us. He heard their cries and came down to help them and chose them. It didn't matter. So if you think that we can blame everything on the heathens, oh, they like that too. They ain't no better. The Father told me to tell you. He told me to tell you, you are worse because I chose you. I put something in you of my give and gave. I showed you the feelings that I had for you. I brought you through the Red Sea and parted the sea to dry land. I gave you the land of milk and honey. So he didn't give it to the heathens. He didn't give it to the Gentiles. He gave it to everything he gave to you as a people. We're the dumbest on the face of the earth. To live the year 2021 and still don't recognize that we are lost, and it's without a cause. That's what Hosea 4 and verse 6 is about. They my people, but they gonna perish. And the reason why you know they gonna perish, because they gonna perish due to lack of knowledge. And the lack of knowledge is because they reject it. Not because it ain't there for them. Not because it ain't there with them. Not because it ain't there in front of them, in back of them, and every side. It's because they reject. They reject. Someone said they love to play softball. Oh, you do? I did too. I used to play on the Untouchables. Real good team. Now watch this here. In 2 Timothy chapter 3, and it says in verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own self. Now, why we women can't get gripped at? Because we weaker than weak. Okay? Covenants, boosters, proud, blasphemers, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. I would continue. It says in verse 3, without natural affection, trust breakers, false accuser. See? And we run around here saying that's a lie. We don't want to hear that. That's a lie. That ain't going on. Everything that the Most High has created and said to be this, we done turned it to be that. So you think for 1 minute he ain't gonna show up and show out in due season? Yes, he is. The gospel, which is the good news that the power of Yah is at hand. And then the end. What that power coming from? First, throw down. That's what he was telling me in the bathroom. That power. That when he said that we looking for what the world can do and going to do in dark winter in the year 2022, he said, you better be looking for me. That's scary to me. I don't know about y'all. In our temple, I know that's right. But yes, it's and as I wrote all these verses, I thought about it, and it was talking about disobedient to parents. In the last 1 week, I think it's been about 10 parents, mother and father, being murdered by their children. There is no fear of Yah nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. So when you're saying that he ain't worth being feared, you ain't scared of him. He ain't nobody. We ain't worried about that. We going over to the promised land. We all this and all that. Guess what? That's why our people are out here cutting up from the floor. So my thing was, Father, I need more understanding on the nation hating us, because they're going to have a reason to hate us. All over, if the media is showing what we're doing, and then the Most High gonna say to me, when I told him, look at them, they showing all negativity things about us, and we doing this and we doing that. He said to me, he said, are they doing it, Deborah? Are these people cutting up from the floor up like this? And I had to hang my head. Yay, Father, yes they are. So if it was a lie, then you can say something. But are they telling the truth about what we're doing? Are we as a people, are our people doing these heinous crimes in great numbers? Yes. I cannot deny it, because I've been already to the throne asking him, what is this going on? He said it's also a part of his judgment, and the beast's right hand in the midst. And we walking around here lollygassing, thinking it's all about riding a merry-go-round, and really thinking that our mindset ain't looking for nothing. And that's why he's coming at a time where you least expect him. And I like that. I love that, because I like the idea that he have set up from the floor of a time period when you thinking you're gonna be ready, you ain't gonna even be ready. He's coming. And I love when he said a night. See, because it shows you in the time of even darkest, I'm going to show up and show out. And we run around here thinking that he taking us to the promised land. What? We done missed everything. And we say we awaken. So it's the same old story coming out of Sister Deborah, but she going to say it until he tells me to stop. Yeah, but what do you think about that? When he said that in Revelation, what do you think about that? Come on with it. Bring it to us. What do you think about that? That's showing you right there that our awakening and our newfound religion, Hebrew Israelite movement, is so far out in the deep of darkness that they're not going to even see the light to try to swim back, because they can't. He's going to see these things come to pass. He's going to see them. That his things he's going to allow to come to pass. And we're just thinking, oh, no, he can't do that. He got to take us over to the promised land. Babylon coming down. Babylon been down. And because they didn't listen to the prophet back then, they're not listening to them now. So they're without warnings, because he has always left a light on to keep you informed. but you reject. Yep. But you said the beast kingdom, huh? They can have it. They already got it, baby. They already have it. That's right. We have to accept it. Every will that there is, but we have to accept it with the right heart, because it's easy to say to accept it. You see, it's more to it than just accepting it. Even Sister Deborah know that, because when he had to tell me in the bathroom of what he's gonna be in his fire come the first of the year. It's not so much it's just the first of the year. It's the whole year 2021 and so on. The life of everybody's gonna be forever changed, and people are not afraid in any way to the point where they're just constantly seeking Yah's face so that he can keep them comfort in the midst of what is about. We can all say that we believe and we agree, or we understand and we ready and we praise and we are not. But what did happen when he come to judgment? What happened come judgment? They stood up there, and he already told us ain't gonna be no mercy. So know that. Then they gets up there and they want to say what all they did in his name. See, this is how, because they think that he's not about what he's saying. He does not say what he's not about what he say, nor do he fulfill what he say. Oh yeah, he's about that. And we taking him to be too easy, I think. That's my opinion. That's my just an individual, personal opinion. We really think he's just a ball of cotton candy. I'm serious. That's how I see. That's how what I feel that people action shows that they consider him to be just like a cotton candy. Oh, you put it on your tongue and it'll melt, and you get the taste that you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. They flashing your messages, but they taking it down so quick. I can't even. I hope you all can see your messages that's going up, so you can answer questions and ask questions to those who even. Let me see everything. And that's a good thing too. And I'm glad can't nobody do nothing. I'm telling you, because they ain't doing nothing now. They ain't doing nothing now. He's in control always. That's it. He's in control always. I wouldn't have never thought I would live to see this day. These days and these things that's taking place, y'all. I wouldn't have never thought that. Oh no, no, no. I wouldn't have thought I would live to see what is actually taking place uh, um, in this day and time. I wouldn't have never thought, because even though my home wasn't taken, I would have never thought that they would foreclose on all of these houses in this whole country and nobody says anything about it. Just take this people's pawpaw, granddaddy, and any and everybody who done worked and done all that they have done to gain a little piece of a house, and then you all take it with nothing. Because if you don't see the control of that has already, that's the martial law. That's, to me, that's martial law. See, but that's how they were able to come in with what they're in now with. It's because they've been doing things all along and everybody keep bypassing it like it ain't nothing. And like, to me, hearing the Father tell me that he's going to show out in the next year and this year to come with fire, just hearing him say that, I can embrace that. I can embrace it in a way where, okay, I'm going to look forward to that, because you don't see no reaction of nothing that's going on. No one's, caring about what is actually taking place in the world. It's time he do something to make people see that the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom, the gospel of Christ. The gospel is being preached. The gospel is at hand, which is the power of Yah. So we about to see what he gonna do. We gonna see what he gonna do. That's what I mean. Hearing this, not just the scriptures being fulfilled, and they are being fulfilled and applied on our lives. And they talking about this new thing that's out, variants. That oath, the one that says, oh, it's not like the cold. And I'm like saying, who gives a rat's behind? It's a virus, which is I call a biochemical that was placed out. It was put out, just like every other virus. That's why the flu season, they was injecting people with the flu shot every year. Then you had it mandatory on your job. You in healthcare, you had to get it. So this is the person that was talking about martial law somewhere else. What is that? Where a job in the medical field, it was mandatory that you get the flu shot. What was that? Every year. That's martial law. It's a law controlling what they want to do to you. That's still a form of martial law. And that's why I say this country is messed up on the floor. Well, we can look over somewhere else and see what they doing and can't see how this country have us in the same trap. And that's why I think it's going to be more vicious and hurting is when they open that door, that flood door, and everything going to come at once. Everybody going to try to be destructive and killing and all kind of stuff because they ain't going to want to see or accept what was already going on. Because the flu, they was giving people the flu shot and children the flu shot. And it's been going on for about 7 to 8 years. I'm trying to explain to y'all, this stuff been going on since the 2000. I think a lot of it started like the 2004 where they were getting everything prepared for a day as this. But everything they were doing is pretty much what they doing now. But so the law, the martial law, is already been in play. It just wasn't, how would I say it, spread it to everyone. Because that flu shot, I remember being at a place that I quit because they told me it was mandatory that I get a flu shot every year. Oh, no, I won't. You see, I don't let you just put stuff in me because you say I have to get it to hold a job. Don't you know I can get a job anywhere? I don't need you to put stuff in. So that's been going on for a long time. A long time. All these shots given children, to go to school, to do this, to do that. They've been giving these children these shots all the time. So a lot of times, this country alone is blind. That's why the Europeans can't see what is actually going on with this cold. They can't see what's going on with this jab. They can't see that their life is over. They can't see that. They can't see it. And the sad thing is the way they're going to react when the door is open and all of it's going to come at one time. Everything is going to be poured out. They ain't going to really have no chance. They ain't going to have no chance. I heard the Caucasian men was saying to me, Miss Deborah, we got enough weapons stored away, but baby, this is what I told them. What they got prepared for you, your weapons ain't going to even help you. And you know what they had an audacity to say? They know it, but they're going to fight their way through. They know they're going to die, but they're going to fight their way through. You see that? Because we have, in this country, has allowed them to get away with it for so long. Today, they didn't build it up so well. Hey, the beast is already sitting in his seat. So they send back and Obama send back like this here. They know what they're doing. It's a biochemical. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yep, it is. And you know what though? I'm gonna tell y'all something, and don't take it the wrong way. But I understand them trying to lower the population. I understand that, because it would be no reason for them to bring out this if they wasn't trying to kill and steal and destroy. Not to steal, but to destroy, which is evil and wicked. So I understand this is their way of eliminating people. And it seems like it ain't going as fast or as much as possible, but it will. And that's when I was saying, when the doors are open, you're going to see a lot of people's lives going. Because if you think for 1 minute they're going to stop with this here jab, you think they're going to stop at this here cold, bringing it out every 6 months, every 3 months, a different one? Wait till they bring out the whammy. That's what's going to get you. Wait till they bring out the whammy, because they're going to bring out one. They're going to bring out one that's going to make you, every household will be falling. And they ain't going to get up no more ever. So I'm telling y'all, because this is the routine. This is what we're beholding in this day and time is just basic. They're going to start using even more. Why? Because the people have embraced it and accepted. We have fed the beast. We have fed the bio. We have fed the jab. We feed into it and we embrace it. So why not move to the next step? Next, let's move it up. Let's bump it up. And that's what they're going to do. But you know what? Now it makes sense to me when the Most High says, and you should drink poison and it shall not harm you. You see? He's talking about a people who have his spirit in them. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about a people that has his spirit resting therein. That's why I can't harm them. Because he is greater in them than the poison in the world. So that's why it ain't going to harm them. You see? But the things that they're going on doing, it's never going to harm those that are in Yah. He's not going to allow it. Yep, dwelling in that secret place. I like that. I love that. I love that secret place. Hide me in the secret place. Hallelujah. Father, hide me in. I made a song, hide me in the secret place. Yes. That's right. And that's what I really believe. I believe those who he is, that has him in them, this they can put out 3 and 4, 5 and 6. It ain't gonna harm you if he is in you. You see what I'm saying? So greater is he that is in you. So I don't think they're gonna get away with doing. And I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. The Hebrew Israelites, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, let me tell y'all, don't get caught up in these things that they after you. Don't get caught up in this thing that they after you. Okay? It was a time period that you could have focused on that. But right now, let me tell you something. They don't care who it is, just like you said, rich or poor, free or bond. It don't matter. The way they coming, it is toward everybody. But when you make it about you, the people, when you're going to be stuck out there and realize that when it hit, it's going to come to everybody, not just to a certain sector or a group or a nation of people. It's going to come to everybody. Because think about what the Most High said. He was telling the other angels in the heaven, they would say, how long? And he was telling you, just wait here until your brothers die like you died, in a sense, lose their lives. See, we're thinking that this party is about surviving and living. And what are you living for? You want to live to go to the promised land? And when you get over there, then what? He said he's going to let you remember the person you were when you was over here. So what did that mean? Something's going to be reversed up in that promised land. You see? And when you get up there, there's going to be still the same stuff that's going to start back at the end of that time period that you're there. So you ain't going to get over there and thinking that you just going to be all that and all that. Look for the New Jerusalem. That's all I can say. Look for the New Jerusalem. Make it there. Not make it, but desire to want to enter in. Be one that Yah is calling into the New Jerusalem. The promised land is just going to be the land that he's going to restore you and put you over there. But in Ezekiel 36, he said, and it's going to come a time when you're going to remember what you were doing over here in this heathen's land. Even though he's going to clean you up and he's going to give you a new heart, new this. I said, Father, what's that for? Because, Deborah, they thinking that I just bypass all that. Because you got to be able to make it. People don't understand that the promised land is not the New Jerusalem, the heavens. Okay? The promised land is not the judgment seat of the Most High Yah. You got to go through all that. You see? The promised land is not that. And that's why many Hebrew Israelite groups will not teach it right. They just want you to think the promised land is all this and something. No, baby. I want to see the New Jerusalem. That's what I'm talking about. So even knowing that, and you think about the times and how many people you done heard teach and preach, but they never focus on separating the promised land from the New Jerusalem. Because if the truth be told, we need to separate those two. And we need to feel those two in our hearts to be different. You see, because we'll be wanting to go to the New Jerusalem and not getting our life right to enter into the new. We'll be wanting to go into the promised land and not getting our hearts right to go to the eternal Jerusalem. And that's what it's all about. I desire to go into the New Jerusalem. I think that'd be where I would want to go. Yep, I believe that. The 5G, it's so much stuff coming out. Oh, it's so much stuff coming out. That's why when I was saying that there's going to be so much happening, everybody's going to be shooken. They're going to be shaken by everything that's about to take place. And then here comes the Father telling me that, wait a minute, Deborah, hold up. They ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till I show up. I'm like, okay, oh, no, Father, no. They don't even understand it. Y'all don't even understand it. He ain't playing. He ain't finna bring no cupcakes. He ain't getting ready to do that. And a lot of us don't understand it. But you know what? I want to leave this with you all. When Sister Deborah is finished running her mouth and talking this and talking that, guess what? Everything is still in the hand of the Most High Yah. You see? Everything don't have to appear to be so tragic and so scary and fearful. Because once you get in him, it's something that he will put in you to endure. Faith is the substance of unseen, but yet believe. It's so much he puts in us so that we can continue to run this race and not be fearful of the things that's coming. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Yep, because when I said, and I wonder, was he saying it because I realized that today, only today, I realized that many are looking to see something happen in the year 2022. And I'm sitting here saying to him, Father, it's already started. You see? So and when I say that, that's a good thing on my behalf because I'm already experiencing it. And it's not because I'm experiencing it. It's because he's preparing me. You see what I'm saying? He prepared you for what is yet to come. You see? And if you walk around and not prepared, and he's not preparing you for what is about to happen, you need to go to the altar. Go to your knees and see when, okay, Father, you don't want him to allow the doors to open up and to hit you all at once, and you don't know what's going on. You see? With me, when my son hung himself, the Most High, he prepared me. He prepared me 2 weeks. 2 weeks! All the way up until the day it happened. He prepared me. And that's such an awesome testimony. Because he didn't have to do that, but he did. The first day he told me something was going to happen, he never told me what it was. All I remember doing is running, falling out on the ground in front of my house and crying and telling him how it was feeling in my inside to know that. And I was crying. And he told me, cry. He said, cry. Because it is something that's going to hurt. See, y'all people thinking he's the one of them going to give you a pacifier. No. When you are his, do you think he cried because Yeshua was on the cross, nailed? They was beating him, putting thorns on him? Y'all said, wait a minute, I'm about what I say, and I say what I'm about. All this here, I'll never forget. He told me, your tears is like icicles. He don't play with me, y'all. He don't give me that space to think it's about play. He's about what he's saying. He's saying what he's about. So that day he told me something was going to come up on my family, I would never have thought it would be in my household, but it was. It came to the first grandson of the large family that I have. And it hit right there. You see? So him preparing me, to me, was greater than anything. Because from the time he entered into the first hospital, they flew him to one hospital, then they flew him to another, to children's hospital. But the moment it happened, I had a real strong relief. Even though my son was in a coma, I had a relief. It was just like, because he had prepared me. And if Yah is not preparing you for what he's telling me to tell you, you better check yourself at the altar and make sure you who you think you are. Because he wants you prepared, not just from the inside where he rests, but from the outside. And when he preparing you, he's preparing you. He's preparing you. So when things come to pass, you don't be bent out. You'll have the strength to tell somebody something. You'll have the strength to help others. You'll be having the strength to say the words that they need, y'all. You see what I'm saying? You'll be in a position where you can give them something to feed their spirit, to make them get up and say, no, I got to get up and keep running. You see? But you can't be that and you haven't been prepared. See, he wants to prepare you from the outside and the inside, from the inside and the outside. A lot of times we think it's just that simple, just that easy. Just think about Yeshua, the world called Jesus, all that he suffered, all that he went through. Just think about all of that. He was prepared. He was being molded and shaped even as he go throughout life. Prepared to go where? To lay down his life for all sin. He was prepared for it. So don't think that things are going to right to encourage others. Exactly, because you already been through it. Because he prepared you from the inside out and the outside in. Now you can tell somebody and give them the strength to say, oh, I think I can make it now. Oh, thank you for encouraging me. Oh, I know it's going to get better. You know what I'm saying? But if Yah ain't prepared you, then how are you going to prepare somebody else? And he needs you to prepare somebody else. So he has to prepare you. So when he come hitting me in the bathroom with a quickening of the spirit, saying that, I'm like, I told you all, and I know y'all weren't listening. I was hurt. I was hurt. This little flesh was hurt. Because I'm saying, but Father, so much you done shown me. What else could it be? Oh my, and what else? It's a lot of sorrow that sat there. And each day they go back, he soothes me and comfort me in it. Till I look back and say, well, 3 days ago, I was really feeling this. These things that was going on, it was really sad and hurting. But as days go on, what? He molds that feeling in there. So when that time comes, you'll be ready. And I thank him for that. I really do. I thank him for that. Even though it's sadness, but I give him all praise. Yep, I give him all praise. Anyone have any questions or answers to many things or anything that's actually going on in the world? They flicks on here every now and then. I can see the wording and the messages, and then they take it off. They bring it back, and then they take it off to where you won't be able to see. But if anybody have any thing they want to ask someone that's on here, or they got a question to ask Sister Deborah, or they have an answer to something that's actually going on, or if the Father could have given you an answer to something that we still wondering about. But yeah. But I was, like I said, I grabbed all of these here messages, and as I was looking at it, hey, all of this here has to do with what is going on in our household in the last days, y'all. And we missed it. We missed it by a long shot. I had no other choice but to get on here and go over this because it's already in my house. It's already in my household, not in my place of residing, but in my family. And I'm trying to make sense of it. So what did he do? He takes me through this and say, see, Deborah, that was said, that was delivered. It is finished. So it ain't no need in trying to chase around trying to get understanding of something that's finished. People better They sure better come out of Babylon system. You know what? And I noticed that something else in Revelation when he was talking about come out of her. I noticed that you noticed that he didn't really expound on it. He really didn't do a deep wording to let us know in other verses to come out of Babylon. He just said come out of her. I believe Catholics is connected to the Babylon setting. I believe they are likened to the harlot. I believe they are. They are the one carry a lot of power. And I believe the beast is also partaken out of that. That's good. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. I like that. I like that. That is wonderful. That is one of those sayings out of the biblical that you can always feel the need to quote because it's real. He said it and I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. But yeah, yeah. And Sister Deborah is to the point where she just seemed like her whole life has been one that has been, like I say, give and gave. I don't think I have anything left. Oh, I didn't catch that one. When you look up Babylon, you found, okay, let's see, you found Economy system, world system, financial system. Yep. But you know the United States is not it all. See, that's something I think the world, the wait a minute, Babylon, the world. You see the system, economy system, the world. See, when I first got into high school, I used to tell when people I talk to people and we get on about the Bible and everything, I always said that the United States was the crutch for Israel, the fake Jews. And now they don't need the United States anymore. They done all their dirty work. And now the United States has fallen. He is your rock. I know that's right. What's that? United States. Oh, you said United States too, huh? But yeah, in Babylon, I mean, I think the United, if this is, let me tell you from what I can see from the wilderness. Let me just cut that cheese right now. From what I can see is this country is not what the people here think that it is. This country has nothing left. Okay, this country is all way to the ground. What is controlling this country is the elites that has a whole world underneath the ground. They controls the part of space from this country and from every angle, not just this country. They control a lot of things. But it is so far, it's so covered to the point where I don't know. It just seemed like it just to me from what I can see, it's down. It's nothing about this place that we as the people here can look at and think that it's going somewhere. Put it like that, or it's going to prosper and it's going to uh, gain something, you know. And I want to say this here because I'm glad that statement came up that Yah didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. Sister Deborah had been on here for 3-4 years talking about the spirit, the gifts of the spirit. The gifts of the spirits are the fruit of the spirit of Yah. So therefore, you have to be given the gift of that in which he has not given you. He has not given us the spirit of fear. Okay? So if he hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. So a spirit of a sound mind and not the spirit of fear. So as we live on, can we say that we don't have the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind? The sound mind is also a spirit. See, the gift that Yah gives us are spirit. The spirit of fear, he said he gives us not. You see, but he gives us a sound mind, meaning a spirit of a sound mind. And that's a beautiful thing because there's so much that has taken place and still going to, that's going to try your fear by the fire. So a lot of things I think it's more so important to really find him now. So when find him while he can be found. Where are you going to look for? In you. Not in Sister Deborah, not on Sister Deborah platform, on this platform Sister Deborah be on, and nobody else's. Find him in you. And I'm going to tell you, there's so many ways you know he in you is when he speaks to you. If he's not speaking to you, he ain't in you. If he's not teaching you every day, he ain't in you. It's a lot of things he be doing in you to where you can be able to identify him because he's living in you. He's living in you. The whole Hebrew Israelite movement would say that the Most High is in them, but that's not true. That's not true. So we have to go for where he's at. He's not over here and over there. You can't look for him in the back. You can't go looking for him in the front. You got to look for him in the inner part of who you are and see if he can be found there. Because that's where we're going to need him. Not on the outer part. Because there's a lot of things that's coming that we are going to be afraid of seeing. It's a lot of things I've already seen. I'm already afraid of seeing it again because I have seen it and now I know it got to come to pass. You see? So I'm getting a double whammy, but I thank him for being greater in me so I can be able to be held up through it all. But I count no credit and no glory to myself, but him and him alone. Than he that is in the world. That's right. And he is great. He is. He is great. And that endurance, we need it. We need it. That's a spirit. Oh, there. We need that. We need it. So the stronger you are, the better it would be as well to be able to help others in the midst of whatever. And if Yah is preparing you now, that means that you're going to come through it through flying colors. When this 2022 come in, you're going to go through this. That's what people don't understand. They don't understand that just because Yah is warning you and trying to drop a seed in you, that don't mean you are to be afraid and be scared and feel that shaky. It's to say, I'm ready for it. Whatever it is, come on with it. Because Yah will and have prepared you for it. He's not going to, what someone says, give you, have you on a mission and not give you the tools to use. That ain't how he rumbles. He knows that if he's going to allow things to come to pass and he's going to let the beast act up come the year 2000, he's going to be prepared you already you're going to sail straight through it. Sail straight through it. You're going to go straight through it like it ain't nothing. You see? And any other thing that they come up with, any other biochemical, this 5G, yeah, that has always been connected to this jab. I'm going to tell y'all that. I really believe it. Now I just have to see. I think it has some connection. I really do. Have that all in your lamp. Yes. But yeah, I think it has something to do. I don't know the outcome or the impact. I don't know exactly what's what, but like I said, and you know what? I'm sitting here running my mouth to y'all. I'm sitting here running my mouth to you all, telling you all I'm already going through it. And then the Most High gonna tell me some extra stuff just now. So that shows me that he's preparing me before the year 2020 come in, so I can handle it better, because he's preparing me from the inside out and the outside in, because he just came out of nowhere. And I'm like, that feels horrible. That feels horrible. I know that there's going to be something, because he brought it to me like that. But what happens? Why before the year 2020? Why did you come tell me in a quicken like that? You see that? Because he wants you to know. Because he's going to prepare. He's preparing you now. So when it hit, it's not for you. Because I told him today, I said, Father, I feel like it's already 2022. And y'all would sit here and y'all would listen to Sister Deborah and look at Sister Deborah and wouldn't even think ain't nothing going on. But let me tell you, if only you knew and could understand or could see what's going on in Sister Deborah's life right now, you would say, why, how does she even have the strength to be on here talking? But that's just him, the one that's greater. So I appreciate the Most High coming to me in a quickie, to warn me that not only will the system be doing some strange, wicked things, but he himself is going to have some burning fire. So, yeah, I appreciate that from him. You know, I appreciate it. And if you really look at it, if you really think about it, it's such a beautiful thing to do somebody like that, to prepare them for what you know you already been showing them, but you're preparing them for what is to come. I figured out last year when they was talking about the dark winter, I figured it out when the winter came in January and February, and it wasn't about nothing. And I said, that wasn't the winter they was talking about. Instant that clicked in. Oh, they talking about the next one. That's what he talking about. That's what he talking about. And believe it or not, child, when you get to know the Most High and have a one-on-one relationship with him, you would understand that that is a light on. That is a light on for those who walking in the narrow gate, so that they could see. You see? Remember, he said, and very few shall find. So you got to find this thing. And how you going to find it? Y'all has to make sure that they leave a light on for you. It ain't because you got good eyes you can see. It's because he knows he already have charged them to leave a light on. Because mine's got to see. And I appreciate that too. I appreciate that. And it more, just thinking about that. I was hearing in June and July or something in December, they're going to put out something, and they did it. Do you think I buckle up to the fact that, oh, well, whatever, they ain't going to do that? No. I spoke on it several times, and I kept it in mind. Wait till December come in. I'm going to see what they go. And they did. They sprung out another biochemical. This country is known to attack other countries with this same thing, especially Africa. Don't let nobody tell you to go to Africa. Don't let nobody tell you nothing with Africa that has to do with you. Talking about the motherland. You need to know what a mother is first before you know anything about a motherland. See, they don't even understand. But they want you to be partaker in a land that has always wronged their people for the heathens. All those children, they took food from them, homes, they took everything. Witchcraft, voodoo, it's everywhere, but not like it is in Africa. It's real bad up there in Africa. It's a lot of things in Africa. They want you to run over there. Like where you see y'all telling you to go there? Nowhere. Because he said even our own promised land is desolated. It ain't worth nothing, he said. It's crap. Go to read your word. So any of these Negro men taking families over there, or they went over there, They over in a land that's desolated and it's destructive, evil and wicked. That's what land they own. And see the mindset of men taking families over there. Oh, we've been there since 1961 and this is our land. You been there on the land practicing polygamy and having all the wives and doing all kind of stuff you ain't got no business doing. Because that's what that land was always about. That's why the fake Jews are over there. So, and you there too. Only way Sister Deborah knew that, and I'm telling you, not because somebody preached it on this Deborah platform, not because somebody taught it on this Deborah platform, because the Ruach HaKodesh taught me himself. The only reason why I know that you ain't got no business over there, and nobody that says that they are the people have any business over there. Why? If you were taken from your land, why are you going back over there when he charged you to be somewhere else? And as you continue to read in Ezekiel and even in Jeremiah, but in Ezekiel, he tells you, hear what Yah is saying to that land. It will blow your mind. And you say, well, wait a minute, Father, Yah, that's a land. You talking like that to that land? Yes. Hear what he say to that land. And then it'll make you see that there ain't no land you should be over in. Not the way y'all talking to it. And then he told the land, I'm going to clean your mess up too. I'm going to have to clean you up before I ship them over. So before, and that's what people don't understand. Africa is not it. He didn't tell you to go there. He got to do a work to the land that he's preparing for you. And he said when he clean that land up, he's going to clean you up and send you over. Take you over. So it ain't going to be a land that's sitting over there waiting for you right now. He got to do a work on the land like he got to do a work on you. Why? He said you shed too much blood. Hebrew Israelite, the house of Israel, y'all shedded too much blood and destruction and violence and all kind of wicked and evil stuff. The same stuff you're doing now. Y'all did it over there. He shut that land down. And he talked to that land like, hey, like it's a human being. And that's why you can't afford to go over into some land that he already told you, don't go over there, because it's this. And then you running your tail over there talking about your promised land. Your promised land. I'm telling you, we done been led by so many wicked people. It's just so crazy. And they still leading the multitude into darkness. And I guess they're going to continue. So it ain't going to go nowhere. They're just going to continue in it. But it's a lot of things that we could talk about today. It's a whole lot of things that's taking place. The main thing that hurts my spirit a whole lot is because if I have to say to the Father, which I did, y'all. I went on, what is this with these people doing all of this? I'm seeing life. Why is it no one on this? Okay, let me say this here. Here we are on this platform, live screen, and you don't hear nobody. And all the time I'm on here, you hear nothing about the destruction that's in the land for the people who said that they are a people. You never hear nobody talk about it. You never hear no one say a word. How is it that you all can... Hey, no, don't do that. How is it that you all can not have anything to say regarding this? It's so deep to me. I'm going to the altar of the Most High Yah and ask him about that. Why is it, even when people hear it, they still don't? It's like they go to the deaf ear and a blind eye. And to me, being a prophet is in the wilderness, and I'm seeing all this murdering and killing by great numbers. And all these women are dying, and these children, and these mothers and fathers. And the people who say that they are the chosen stands back and salute it as if it's Something to salute and keep it on going. They salute it and keep it going. And for that reason, I can see why y'all say, Deborah, I'm coming. So when they thinking they looking for a system to show up and show out, they better be ready because I'm coming too. So when he said that, I kind of feel sad because he's not somebody that can play. He ain't about playing patty cake. He means this. He's talking about serious business. I'm talking about the one that said, I come to bring the sword between mother and daughter and father and son. The one that says that there's going to be a division between 5 in the household, 2 over here and 3 over there. You're talking about someone that's talking about showing up and showing out. And we walking around here like, whatever. We quote so many verses and so many scriptures and have no power to quote what is before us. We won't speak about what we're seeing, what is actually taking place, what is before us, or even how we can make a difference in what is happening. That's why I know that the Hebrew Israelite and the whole house of Israel is a sick nation that needs to be cleaned up by the Most High Yah. They would have to be. Because cut that out. If I'm constantly seeing these things, even from the wilderness, as well as here in my own residence, I try to piece it together. Why is it you hear nobody talking about nothing, but we quote the verses in the Bible? We don't feel that it's important to even touch the hem of what is actually taking place in this day and time. So I think I'm with the Most High Yah in what he's saying that he's going to do. And for that reason is why he's going to show up and show out. So look for him. And then watch many people going to start saying, whoa, this is happening. Whoa, this is happening. Whoa, this is happening. Now you can see things happening. But the Most High has a question for you all tonight. Why is it that you're turning a deaf eye and a blind ear? Not a blind eye and a deaf ear to what is before you. Why is it no one discuss all this nonsense that's out here that's going on? Why is it no one brings it up? No one discusses it. No one talks about it. No one covers it. I'm like saying, Father, do they not see this? Do they not see what is before them? Now, I'll tell you what. I've got two male pastors made a video last week saying, do y'all see all this stuff that's going on amongst the people? And I'm like saying to myself, wait a minute, when did you start seeing it? Y'all been showing it so openly. And now the way they're talking about it is that it's out of control. They're talking about it like, okay, y'all, we in big trouble. And I'm like saying, but Father, why isn't they just saying this? And they talking about everything. They got so many subscribers, so many likes. But now they saying, do y'all see what's going on? I'm like, where have they been? Where have you been? Embedded into what they are talking about that has no weight, that has no anointing, that has no light. And we feed up on all of that and can't see all the destruction in the land. But we can quote these verses out of here quick. But y'all wants me to say this and say this and say it with boldness. The fire is coming. Keep quoting this. Make sure you quoting it from the inside out, not from the outside in, meaning not just your mouth, because that's what type of fire that's coming. Going back to what he was saying, and I think I just covered that too in I think it was 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 7. The men, it was saying men, but I'm sure if you really think about it, there are women and children, everybody. The mindset is there. No one has, what did, let me see what he was saying. And he was saying as if no one has no affection, no care, no nothing. So I guess that's about right, Father. Yeah, thank you, Father, because I was wondering why I didn't cover my verses. But I'm gonna teach that another day. But that is so true, Father. That is so true. That covers the statement I just said. How nobody talks about what's actually before us. Everybody wants to talk about quoting scriptures and saying it over and over and over, and not addressing what is out here and what is actually going on in the world today, as if it's not happening in their community, in their neighborhood, and in their family, or in their, let me see right here. Oh, it says in 2 Timothy chapter 3, this know also that the last days, the perilous times should come, and men should be lovers of themselves, covenant boosters, proud, blasphemers, disobedience to their parents, unthankful and unholy, without any natural affection, truth breakers, false accuser. So all of this here is a part of it. This is why, okay, this is what he's saying to me. This is what he's saying to me. This is what he's saying to me. That answer it, Deborah, of why you don't have people talking about what is actually before them. If Yah has his judgment in the midst of us, and we are ignoring it like we don't see it, and we see nothing, but we quote this here day and night, night and day, but we see nothing that's taking place. All the chaos that's taking place among that, just say your own nation issues. No one says anything. And that's what I put before Yah all the time. And he said, okay, Deborah, that's okay. It need be. Because I get confused with, Father, how is it that we as a people have the audacity to be on this devil platform talking about anything if we can't talk about what our people are doing that's wicked and evil and negative? I noticed that's something. It's a code of silence amongst Negro people. A heavy code of silence. And the code of silence is no affection, no care for one another, no I don't give a rat's behind. You see, that ain't me, it ain't my family, I could care less. Until they knock on their door for somebody who just blew their mother's head off. Now they want to step in the ring. What is this going on in the world today? But see, y'all ain't about that. He ain't about that. He said when things occur that's wicked and evil in the world like this here, we are to speak on these things and call it what it is. But you know what? Nobody won't say exactly what nothing is. We want to pretend that we all lovey-dovey in one place and we can quote these verses. No. There's things going on that if you are about Yah, you are to speak against. That's why he don't want us being afraid of their faces. We are to speak against a lot of this stuff that's going on. But why is it that there is a nation of people that says nothing? There is such a heavy code of silence about what is taking place, where these mothers and fathers are being murdered every day. Their babies and children are getting killed by their fathers and their mothers. And men are killing women by great numbers. Nobody said a word. It's a code of silence. So, Father, you coming to me today in the quickening to say that you're coming with fire. And I like to say, Father, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, I come unto you, to your throne, and say, blessed be the name of the Most High Yah and the power in your might. Because it makes sense. I came up with 2 Timothy 3. And as I was seeing it, reading it, he was saying, see that, Deborah? Now you talking about the same thing you just spoke up on. They're your answer right there. I already had the light on in the book. Well, I'm sitting here trying to say, why is it we do that? We don't talk about nothing on these live chats, on these platforms, about really what is taking place. We're more so quicker to talk about the verses, the scriptures, and all this stuff is coming up. Or the beasts, or all these little issues that the beast is doing. But Yah has a question for you, and he wants you to think about it before it hits your house. What about all this stuff that's taking place, this wicked and evil at a high level among your own people? And we turn a deaf ear and a blind eye. There is a code of silence, but it's one of the sickest, ignorant code of silence that ever hit the face of the earth among a people who say that they are the people of the Most High Yah. Because it's confusing to me. And yeah, I do. I'm always in class telling the father, why they doing this? Why ain't nobody saying them? Why they? He tell me, Deborah, that need be. So him approaching me today, telling me that, hey, I'm coming down. I'm coming with something. So all this stuff that you're seeing, when it triples, it'll be at your door. See, people think that long as it ain't at my door, I'm good. I don't see it. I don't hear it. I don't know nothing. You see, I don't even want to talk about it. You see, Yeshua didn't come here and suffer all that he had suffered just for us to walk around and just quote verses and think that's going to deliver us and that's going to keep us. No, y'all going to say, when this was going on and this was going on, you turned a blind eye and didn't speak against it. You didn't speak to it, nor did you speak against it. You didn't even want to speak about it. That's the problem with me. No one wants to speak about it. No one wants to say anything about it. Everybody wants to make it look like everything is good and dandy and it's all well, and let's not say anything about it. Oh, next. But see, I'm going to tell y'all something. He's coming. His judgment is already in the midst of us. But he finna show up in fire. And you better pray that that fire don't hit your door. Because a lot of people won't see what's going on until they hit their house. And when they hit their house, then they sit there saying, it's this, it's so bad, it's so bad. Oh, no, baby, it was bad before it was bad. It's just that you didn't have time to discuss it and see it and call it what it is because it didn't matter. And that's something else that's going on in the house of Israel. Is they in a full denial that all this stuff is going on and that the white man is bothering them and talking about them. Because I said to the father, I said, Father, you got on here, they're going to hate you, hate them, hate you. They're going to hate you. But guess what the father told me? They are so ignorant, Deborah. They don't understand. The ones they're going to hate is the one is for my name's sake. That means his elects. So Hebrew Israelites thinking that they're going to hate them. Nah, baby, it ain't going to be you. They're going to hate you for my name's sake. You see? So they ain't going to be hate. What's going on if you out here killing and destroying your own nation, stealing and murdering and fighting, and the whole world is looking at you? How do you think that makes Yah feel, the claim that you claiming to be his? How do you think that he should feel? Y'all don't even think he should have any feeling. You see how ignorant the mindset is? He shouldn't have no feelings. It shouldn't even be bothering him. It ain't bothering us. You see? That's our mindset. Even though we don't know it. See, if he say, my people, he called them out. But you're going to die because you're going to perish. Because knowledge, you reject. And I'm going to reject you and your children. So what is he saying? See, we got it bent up. We got it all mixed up. And we really thinking we're going to take it in all mixed up. No, you ain't. No, you're not. Because I have been sending too many cries out to the Father about all this murdering and all this killing. And these darn Negroes have to get on this devil platform, male and female, and talk about yang, 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 and can't see what's going on in their nation. So I said to the Father, I said, okay, Father, tell you what. You got on here that they going to hate you. Why is it the Hebrew Israelites thinking they talking about them? Because if it was for them, they need to hate you. They, as a prophet is in the wilderness, let me tell you something. They need to hate you. Because you refusing to see the way you are cutting up from the floor up in the midst of Yah and calling him and saying you are his children. So I, Sister Deborah, say, I hope you got something out of it, but I got to go. Because just that thought of the code of silence amongst a people who get silent and won't talk about nothing that's going on amongst their own people that's negative. All they want to talk about is stupidity stuff. Stuff that don't have no weight. No one wants to help one another or lead one another to the light or lead one another out of darkness. No. Stay over there. As long as it ain't me and mine. That's a bad spirit to have. So I, Sister Deborah, would say to you, if you don't hear from me, come what the world calls a year coming in, know that Yah has already been in. He ain't coming nowhere. He's here. The gospel shall be preached to all nations, and it is the good news of the power of Yah. Is at hand. Not coming, is at hand. So I say unto you all, shalom and shalom, and keep the Most High in every word. Shalom and shalom.